Chelsea's future, we need to talk about where we're going and what direction Chelsea are going to be going after losing the League Cup to Liverpool, to Klopp's kids, even though they're pretty much the exact same age. We're not going to get into that discussion. It's a game that Chelsea should have won. Plenty of chances. We blew our chances and therefore, again, didn't deserve to win that match. But anyways, where can Chelsea go from here, and how has this season shaped for Pochettino and all these players at Chelsea? Because at the beginning of the season, when we were looking at this, we really didn't know what to expect from this younger squad with Pochettino coming in as a first season at Chelsea. But really, when we're looking at what we've done so far in the league, yes, it has been back and forth, almost like a roller coaster for the most part, but we've seen glimmers and these games where we've actually played pretty well, but we've also seen games where we played pretty poorly. But the fact that we made it to a cup final in the first season under Pochettino actually speaks volume for what we can expect for the next couple of seasons. Now, I know people are going to say that this is a team that should be winning silverware right off the bat. We've gotten used to that. But with how this team has been doing compared to this season to last season, we are making strides in the right direction. One of the biggest problems that we are still dealing with, though, here is the fact we still have injuries after injuries after injuries. And Cuckoo is out again now for about 2 to 4 weeks, which I'm not even sure how many games he's actually played this season, but he's had more injuries than games played, which is a sad stat to have. We've also lost Thiago Silva, Reece James, Ben Chilwell for a while, who's finally back. We haven't seen Romeo. There's so many players in this team, this squad, that we are lacking because of injuries. And if we had a full set, a team that was fully healthy, I think we could be doing a lot better. Now, that being said, though, I do understand other teams obviously have their injuries as well. It's part of what happens. It's why winning the Premier League is so difficult, because Liverpool by themselves have quite a few players out. Man City had Kevin De Bruyne out for pretty much half the season, and the list goes on and on. Tottenham had multiple injuries. So you can't just blame it on injuries alone, because teams deal with this all the time and have to adapt with other players coming in. But Chelsea in general right now, sitting middle of the table, which again is not too surprising with how young the squad is, inexperienced. But the fact that we are keeping up with certain teams, we went out and drawed with Manchester City twice. We drew with Liverpool in the beginning of the season, which again, you could say that was the beginning of the season. But we've gone out and done multiple matches where we looked so great. It's hard and frustrating to see some of those matches and then see us get absolutely battered by other teams. And this is a reason why I think Pochettino still needs more time. And the fact that even took Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool for almost, I think, 4 years to get the ball rolling. You have to give these managers time. I know Chelsea is a merry-go-round. We start sacking managers all the time, but we need to stick with this manager, especially with such a young squad right now, because if we keep rotating managers in and out, say Jose Mourinho comes in, we have a bunch of players that are long contracts that may do absolutely nothing at the club. They're just going to sit there and just eat away and get this massive paycheck without actually playing any matches. Whereas Pochettino can see some of these players and still keep gelling with them. I think our midfield has been playing very well as of lately. Enzo, Caicedo, both those players are now starting to get onto each other's rhythm, which once they are fully matched and doing that each and every weekend, they're going to be very difficult to beat in that midfield. And they're a young age. They can play so many minutes throughout the season and they should be fit. Granted, obviously there could be injuries that come through, but we do have other players that hopefully when they're fit can come in and relieve some of them sometimes in matches that we don't need them for a full 90. Top of that, Conor Gallagher, this man needs to stay at this club. He's been doing such a great job. It would be a shame for us again to sell this player, to even think about that. Each and every match gives it his all. You can see how well he's utilized in this squad, why Pochettino wants him, and what he can do for pressing-wise and defensive-wise. Again, it speaks volume for how good this player is. Now, granted, the finishing has been lacking. That's something that's been lacking with all our players, so I'm not just going to blame Conor Gallagher on that. We've seen what he can do. He has scored a few goals this season now, but still, that is one of our key areas, is the attacking third. And Pochettino obviously had issues with this. Graham Potter had issues with this. Frank Lampard had issues with this. And Thomas Tuchel had issues with this. So there's obviously something wrong with the attacking third, which is still something we need to focus and figure out. And bringing a new manager, I don't think figures or makes that whole situation go away. For some reason, we cannot score when we have our chances. We've had plenty of chances. Chelsea is one of the highest XG teams, but are one of the lowest on the conversion of those XGs. If we could just convert half of those, we would see our squad doing so much better. We'd easily be moving up that table in the Premier League. I'm not going to say we're going to be in the top 4 or anything this season, but still, we would be doing a lot better and possibly looking at Europa League next season. But as of right now, I don't see anything happening like that, which would be a massive impact for this club because we definitely need more games with all these players, even though, again, we've talked about injuries. But to have some type of European competition, well, that's even the conference, that, again, allows us to really start mixing and matching different players to, again, get the chemistry that we need. More match games gets this team gelling better and start playing better. Granted, like I said, though, the injuries are the biggest impact. But this season, I'm still fairly confident we will do quite well yet. We have, I believe, 13 games left, 14 games, something along those lines. And throughout those matches, yes, we will have some losses. We will have some wins, some draws. But if we can get a lot more points from these last couple matches, we could, again, see ourselves rising in this table, which I think this squad can still do that. This manager can still do that. And if we give them time, they will, again, be a team that will be hard to beat, not this season, but next season and seasons to come, because when they have more reps with each other, they're going to get better and better, and I cannot wait for that to happen. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this Chelsea side has potential to still be a threat in the next coming seasons, or do you think this has been a complete wash with Todd Boehly? Do you think he's already done a terrible job? I don't know yet. It's, again, been 2 seasons, not even 2 full seasons yet. Yes, we spent £1 billion with him already as a manager. I'm sure we're going to throw more money into this during the summer transfer window when we try to sell and buy players, and that's going to be a whole different topic. But currently, right now, with what we're seeing with this side, I think we have the right products to, again, have the solution to, again, go on to win titles. We came very close this past weekend. Yes, we came down to a late goal to Virgil van Dijk, and you could argue maybe that's coming in with inexperience because of these young players. But still, the fact that Chelsea already was competing in a cup final in the first season with Pochettino, and really within the season and a half with Todd Boehly, the new manager and everything, I'm actually fairly happy and excited about this side. Yes, it's frustrating being a Chelsea fan every now and then, but this team, give it time, they will be back to where they should be in winning titles and trophies. I guarantee it. So that's all I have for you today in this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it. And again, comment down below what you think about this side. Do you think, again, we have opportunities to win anything in the next couple seasons, or is this going to be a complete wash? I'll see you in our next video.